So safe to say I've done one or two modifications to my 2008 Honda Shadow Aero 750. We did the air intake, exhaust, forward controls, we're choppered in the front, bobbed in the rear. But today, I want to talk about not my favorite modification, but the last modification I did, and that's installing these hard struts right here. Yep, I finally took the plunge, ditched the factory rear shocks, and I mean, my back might hate it, but honestly, it hasn't been too terrible. And the install's super duper easy too. Now, these are the Black Path brand, found them on Amazon, affiliate link in the description. And the posts up top, they bolt right in. Like the freaking little shock post is the perfect size to fit right in that hole right now. Same on this side right now. So up top, no problem. However, the lowers though, I did have to add some little bushings, so I found some aluminum ones on Amazon and drilled them out to the appropriate size. And now everything's nice and snug. Just for the reference, on the right side of the bike, that's going to be a 10 millimeter. And that's going to be a 14 millimeter. Now go ahead and just buy the metric bits. Don't try to use the standard bits and waller the hole out. Just save yourself the trouble and save yourself the time. So, but once you drill the bushings out, they pop right in there. Everything bolts up. Everything's perfect. And, well, let's hop on the bike. We'll go for a quick little ride, and I'll give you one or two little thoughts. Now, when I was doing a bit of research on this subject, I basically found that everybody came to one of two conclusions. Either one, oh, it's not that bad, no big deal, quit being a wuss. Or two, oh man, you're going to destroy your spine. Everybody I know who had one of those has sold it. It's horrible. You're going to hate it. Now, I've only put about 150 miles on this bike with the struts on it, so it's probably way too early to tell. And of course, as you would expect, you feel a lot more of the bumps in the road than you typically do. Now, thank goodness, I'm also running this Blue Collar Bobbers freaking Springer seat. Because honestly, while it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, it definitely is a lot better than like the stock seat would be. And just being 100% honest with you guys, I get probably about 2 hours on this bike and then I'm just kind of done. But that's okay, because if my intent was to use this bike to travel on and take big trips on, I wouldn't have done half the stuff I did to it. Probably wouldn't have spent the money on the chopper kit. I probably would have just left it stock. But I don't know. My personal opinion, stock bikes are boring. But one thing I did notice is a lot of the roads, especially ones with like a lot of big trucks on them, you get those little grooves in the center that are like perpendicular. You can kind of see like I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. And while that's not like super jarring, it's definitely more noticeable than it was, I can tell you that much. But so far, I don't hate it. And from a practical standpoint, yeah, this whole bike's not practical at this point. Like, who are we joking here, you know? I mean, as soon as we took the saw to the frame, practicality went out the window. Now, I probably shouldn't do a lot of riding in lane position 2 here anyway, because, you know, there's all the oil and junk from the cars. That's where it falls. You don't want that junk on your tires. But it really makes you appreciate lane positions 1 and 3, especially if it's brand new pavement. Oh my gosh, new pavement is a dream now. I love it. The other thing I'm curious about too is, you know, this is kind of like my main motorcycle. It's not my only motorcycle. If this 2008 Honda Shadow Aero 750 was my only motorcycle, I would have not done anything to it. Especially wouldn't have hardtailed it. The thing is though, when the weather is nice, this is my ride to and from work. This is the bike I want to be on, which is actually why we didn't throw the shocks away. They're still sitting in the garage because it gets a little too much. Because I've only really been like riding this thing on the weekends because it's been a little chilly. But if I end up taking this thing every day and then it starts killing my back too much, then we might have to reevaluate the situation. But so far, I think for the money, these things aren't super expensive, and I think they're doing the trick. But definitely get the metric drill bits. I'm going to put links for everything down below. Save yourself the hassle, just buy the drill bits. If nothing else, you can drill the holes and then return the bits. They'll never know. But it's interesting though, like how one mod can like pick off everything. Because honestly, I never would have bobbed this thing out or done really anything to it if I didn't install the fork extensions, which I talked about in this video right here. And as always, y'all be good. See you.